Hey guys, welcome to FML Shenanigans. This is season 1, episode 19. And today we're talking about how do men make it so easy to move on, or make it look so easy to move on. Either way. And what I gotta say about that? Well, first off, what I gotta say is they don't move on. It's called a Band-Aid, if you ask me. They find a Band-Aid, somebody to cushion them to help with their pain, but their heart never leaves, if you ask me.
I mean, guys just aren't as emotional as us, though. In my opinion, but
no, they are worse than us. They hold it in more. I think girls, let it out more. Guys hold it in, and they're gonna use you as a Band-Aid, and you're fucking screwed if you're that girl, especially if you get involved with them.
But what's it called? A rebound.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, I can definitely speak to this. Even in past relationships and current relationships, things aren't always butterflies and rainbows. Shit happens. And when you split up with somebody, sometimes it really comes as like to a female. And I'm speaking for all us females, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but like it comes as a shock and almost like it's very painful, like to hear that like you were in a relationship with somebody for so many years or so many months or however long, and they're just out getting a phone number, already out on dates after a week. Like, you're like, what the fuck? Like, did I not mean shit to you? Like, how are you just like out there slinging your dick already?
Oh, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but men can sleep with women without feelings way more than women. Women get more.
And that probably plays into it, honestly.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is, And at the end of the day, they're like, you know what? As long as I can relieve this, this is going to help me get through a few more days.
But are they just playing? Because, like, here's the thing. They'll say, like, oh, like, they'll move on and move into a whole nother relationship. But then, like, come back if that shit don't work out and be like, oh, it didn't work out because I still love you and I don't want to be without you and I can't move on, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I believe that bullshit to an extent, because honestly, guys aren't emotional like us, and they do fall in love faster and harder than us. It's a proven study, but is that really the reason, or is it just because they want a companion and something that's comfortable?
It's comfort.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
Fuck men in their hearts, man. They don't have them. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I mean, Genevieve, you should be able to relate to this very well. I feel like
ex was a fucking whore.
Yeah, he does this shit, and then as soon as he sees Genevieve, he's like, nothing matters. I love you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, my heart's with you. But it's like, then why do you keep doing what you're doing? So,
you can't have your cake and eat it too. And like, if you want your cake,
I ate that shit up all the time. Like, within like our last 6 years of our relationship or whatever, in our back and forth bullshit, like every time he came back, he was always, I love you, and I ate it up, and I fucking fell right back into whatever feelings I had for him. So
3 kids later.
Yep, exactly. So then now I'm like looking at it and I'm almost disgusted, because it's like every time I know we've split, he's been the type to just fuck anything, and it's just like, and then I'm taking that back, and it's just like, that is such a fucking disgrace to me. Like,
yeah. And you know what they say too, like, I've heard this, and it's always weighed on me, and this is not, Genevieve, this is not a knock on you, because it's me too. The person I dated in a prior relationship was literally trying to sleep with 1,000 ladies and beat Gene Simmons' record. But I know that sounds really gross, but if you knew him, it's whatever, it's a whole thing. But like, the thing they say is like, when you sleep with someone, you're basically sleeping with every person they've slept with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But nowadays you can't, like, I mean, I don't even think body counts are a fucking issue anymore because pretty sure everybody's well over
Just
their
fucking.
20s. Like, and I'm like lowballing. I'm
Yeah.
not, but like, that's what I have to look forward to dating too. Like, I have to like
Right.
take that body count and put it in the back of my head because I'll never fucking move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it more causes problems. Like
Yeah.
if you're with somebody and you're having issues, like if you go fuck somebody else, like you might as well sign off. Like just write
Mm-hmm.
off. It ain't ever gonna work. You're done. You
Mm-hmm.
just caused the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So
Well, the trust is broken.
yeah, and so your shit's done. Like you can't like nine I bet you anything it doesn't work. Like you just
Right.
created the biggest problem that you didn't need in your relationship. It's already bad enough. You're trying to learn each
Mm-hmm.
other. You're trying to combine families. You're doing this. You're doing that. And then you go and bring in this huge problem. No, you're
Mm-hmm.
done. Like, you have to think, and when you try to keep going, kind of like Genevieve, 6 years, where does it get you? Nowhere. But
No.
you think that, but really, it's getting you nowhere. It's a
Missed opportunities.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
pretty much.
it's ruined, you know.
But
Mm-hmm.
then I'm the type that's like, here I am. Still, I still heal. And,
Sure.
I'm not out there right off the rip fucking in a relationship. Yeah, I might do dating apps and do shit like that. But mainly that's just boredom. Now I don't have somebody like texting me on my phone, checking me, for my day, calling me, letting me know like how work went or whatever, you know what I mean? Like my phone's not as busy. So I'm
Yeah.
on my phone just to kill time, but I'm not looking out there for like a fucking quick fix or nothing like that. Like that's not me. I might be on these apps and talk, but that's it. Like it's literally just to keep my mind occupied. And then when I'm ready to date, it's not going to be from those websites or those apps. Like it will not be.
Well, see, and I look at it from like I watch Sex in the City and I classify myself as like a Carrie in a sense. But I can relate to more of a Charlotte if you are familiar with Sex in the
Mhm.
City. Like I can relate myself with this topic to a Charlotte where she's like, if you dated the guy for 3 years, it takes you at least half the time to get over them. So it's going to take her a year and a half, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Like you see it too on movies like Couples Retreat
Oh,
when they're talking about
if that's the
getting
case.
yeah, but they talk about like couples retreat, like oh we're talking about divorce, and if we do that, we know it's going to take this long, and if we meet somebody else, and then we want to procreate, and if we want to get married, it's another 3 years. So now you're talking about 3 years. We're already in our 40s, blah blah blah, and it's like holy fuck. It's like there's a lot like put on it. Like you guys, well, Genevieve, no offense to Tiffany, but Genevieve, you're younger, so you have like more time. But Tiff and
But
I,
even then,
we're
I don't worry about time. Like the time doesn't matter to me
yeah,
for one. Like it is what it is. It happens when it happens. Like I could, I'm not even promised tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
right.
for me to like think about me moving on, it's just gonna be one of those days I wake up and I'm like, hey, this is it. I'm ready. Like I feel better about myself. I'm not worried about what he's doing or, you know what I mean? My heart's not there anymore. So, I'll wake up one day and I'm just gonna be okay with it. So, and that's all you
Mm-hmm.
can pretty much do. I don't think there's a time frame. It's to each his own and how you
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And you know what? You gotta once you go through shit, it takes you a minute to get your shit right and get back on track again too. Or
hmm.
else
Yeah.
you jump
Mm-hmm.
into something, you're just gonna fuck it up because you're a hot mess. So
Yeah.
you have to
Right.
do what she's doing. I think she's on the right track, and worry about yourself and get yourself together, and something will come along, and it'll probably be way better than finding something that's going to be fun for 3 months and then you're on to the next, and then you're
Yeah.
climbing a ladder and you're causing more drama, like, yeah. So
Mm-mm.
it's you got to go with you, and you got to work on you from what the damage was, and you
Yeah.
have to
But I
recover
think,
from that.
yeah. And I kind of think it goes back to our other episode too that we had where we talked about like dating, you know what I mean? And like it's not all about like your checklist any longer. It's more along the lines of like they may not be your specific dream guy. Like they may not have the chiseled shoulders, or, you know, like some chicks right now, they're just like, if he's got a beard and a dad bod, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's me or anything, even though I'm dating one. But like, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. So, like, you don't always have to go after your older, like, the type that you always had envisioned in your head. You may mesh with somebody and they are the most awesome person in the world. And, like, boom, like, you just fall in love. So, I guess that's kind of where females are. But for guys, I mean, they make it look so damn easy. And it's just so heartbreaking. It really does. It sucks to see them out, like, being a whore or like taking somebody out on a date or whatever, or you hear about it. Like, it's not
That's
fair.
why women are fucking beasts, because guess what? He's still going to be a bitch every single time he gets into a relationship and she fucks over, or she fucks him over, or whatever, like, the case is. Karma's a hoe too.
True.
So, like, either way, like, we women, we just roll with the punches, but still, like, we come out stronger always.
I think you're right on that. Girl power. I'm telling you, like, guys may move on and make it look good and glamorous, and they may have their cake and eat it too at that point in time. But once we're done, we're done. And when we move on, it's because we've bettered ourselves.
And I'm sure there's fucking guys out there that fucked over too by girls, you know, and they put their heart and soul in it. And in that scenario, they are the bitch in the relationship, you know, in retrospect.
Yeah.
So
it goes both ways.
They'd go through it too. And women are pieces of shit too.
No, it's
Well,
true.
and you have, so selfish men, crazy, but selfish men, they're the ones that are going to do that because they're worried about their self, right? So
Yeah.
it's a character thing, but we don't know this and we don't sit here and study like, all right, this and that. You're kind of more like, all right, I like this in a person, I like that. You're not thinking like, you know, all that other craziness, but yeah, it matters on who you are. You know, a selfish person is gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get through what I need to get through. You have other people that, you know, is like, no, this is me, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna go for, and this is what I need. You know, so it just matters on the person. And it's same thing with chicks, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, girls are the same way too. They couldn't do the same shit guys do, and there's girls that handle it different. So yeah, I mean, if they choose to move on, they just choose to cause problems, and obviously they're moving on for a reason. They're trying to move on. They don't want to be with you, if you ask me. That's my thing. Like, if you go and move on, like, you just ruined everything, and obviously you're moving on because you don't want this.
But
So
ladies or men, like, there's your sign.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you move on, then it's another story, but it's too late.
I mean, but and kind of going into the shenanigans roulette, like, have you ever been the one that's been like, you know, in a relationship and maybe you just weren't into it all the way? So like you were the one that was easier to move on. Like you were just like, like I'm not really into this guy or this girl or whatever the case is. And like you were the one that was just like, you know what, it is what it is and I'm done. And maybe you were just really done, but like that person, you broke their heart.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've done that a time or two, but I've also had it done to me too. So, you know,
right.
I've only been in like 2 relationships. One, yeah, I know. The one, he broke my heart. But that was like young love. You know, I was tore up about
but
him.
You got freckles from it.
I did. Yeah, but I think I fucking loved him.
freckles.
Yeah,
What
it's
the hell?
the whole thing actually.
It is a whole thing, but it's probably true. Like, I think they were meant to be.
Yeah, he was a catch. But I fucked that up too, to the point where he left me and it broke my heart. So, and then the second time with baby daddy, it was just a mixture of both of us. And I'm gonna say I'm not perfect and I'm at fault, but I do realize that I'm done this time. So it's, you know, no more going back. So
good on you, mate.
Yeah, you know, you live and you learn.
Exactly.
So
we
speaking
all
of
do
speaking of the good on you, mate thing, it just kind of made me think of something. So, what is his name? My friend and I, we went to this place downtown called the Hen House. And this guy who used to live here, we took a picture with him. Jim Jeffries. Have you ever heard of him? He's Australian.
No, I don't think so.
Show us a picture.
So he's on Netflix. Yeah. Jim Jeffries. Anyway, so we were at the bar. This is when Apple Pie Moonshine first kind of made its debut, and it was like everybody was taking moonshine shots. And I swear, we have a picture with him. And I was watching his show, didn't realize it. And I told my friend, I sent her the picture, and I'm like, this is the guy that we took a picture with. And I did a little research, and he did live in Orlando for a while. And I'm like, holy shit, we met this guy, Jim Jeffries. And I have a picture of him where we're both doing the mustache with our fingers. And we have a picture of him in the background. Anyway, that was my whole shenanigans. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, he's really funny. So watch it. Jim Jeffries.
Go check it out.
She said,
I love it.
So funny.
So what's our roulette?
So funny. I forgot to laugh.
Yo, so the roulette, real quick. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody's probably
experienced. Wrap it out. Girl.
This is it. We're ending with this, and I'm going to blow your minds. You ever put your phone speaker, if you're on speaker and you put it up to your face, do you feel wind coming from the speaker?
Yes.
Doesn't it make you feel like they're fucking breathing on you, though? It's fucking awkward. You're just wait, what the fuck's happening?
Are you this close to my face? This is a moment we're having.
What is this technology we have?
Oh my God.
I smell your breath through the phone.
Is it your breath?
I know.
Your breath. Smell you later.
Funny. You'd be like, hey, bitch, take a time out. Put me on fucking mute. Go brush your teeth.
Do you have any Altoids? They're the Curiously Strong Mints.
Yeah, it's funny because this is funny though. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, damn, do you ever feel that shit? Like fucking blowing wind at your face or some shit, and you're just like, what the fuck's happening right now?
It's probably because you need to be fucking laid, Jenny. You're like, who is that guy blowing on me?
Oh my God, yes.
He doesn't exist.
It's us, Tiffany. We're the ones blowing on her face right now.
Jenny, calm it down, girl.
I'll keep it in my pants.
Please.
No.
Keep it for the flirting.
Right behind the ear. You know what I mean? Get it.
That is too funny.
She's my ears are sensitive.
You bite that bitch.
You got your AC on high in your car. What's going on, Jenny?
I'm having hot flashes like you, bitch.
Dang. Scarred.
Oh,
all right, ladies. Well, let's wrap it up. This is episode 19. We got one more episode. This yeah. Okay. All right. We love y'all, and we will talk to you soon. And move on, bitch. If you're gonna move on,
fuck around and find out.
Peace out, my friends.
Let's keep going.
guys.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.